Just days before Russian President Vladimir Putin lands in New Delhi for a 2-day visit, an unusually timed opinion piece by 3 Western envoys has stirred diplomatic unease in India. The article, written jointly by the German ambassador Philipp Ackermann, French ambassador Thierry Mathou, and British High Commissioner Lindy Cameron, was published in the Times of India on 1st of December and sharply criticized Putin's conduct in the Ukraine war. According to reports, officials in India's Ministry of External Affairs have taken note of the article and they are not impressed. They described the timing as very unusual and said it is not acceptable diplomatic practice for foreign envoys to publicly advise India on its relationships with a third country. In other words, New Delhi doesn't appreciate being lectured on who it should engage with. Former Foreign Secretary Kanwal Sibal went even further, calling it a vicious piece that breaches diplomatic norms and amounts to a diplomatic insult. He argued that the move is a direct interference in India's internal affairs aimed at stirring anti-Russia sentiment among pro-European circles in India. And that sentiment reflects a wider truth. The West often expects India to align with its worldview, yet its own moral record from Iraq to Afghanistan to Gaza is hardly spotless. In the original op-ed, the 3 envoys condemned Russia's actions in Ukraine, accusing Moscow of indiscriminate attacks on civilians and describing the conflict as a ruthless war of aggression. But the pushback came swiftly. On 3rd December, Russian ambassador Denis Alipov published a counterpiece in the same newspaper, accusing the Western envoys of presenting a grossly distorted version of the conflict. He argued that Europe, not Russia, derailed peace efforts. From the 2014 ouster of Viktor Yanukovych to the collapse of the Minsk agreements, and claimed that Western governments repeatedly sabotaged opportunities for negotiation. The entire exchange has highlighted a deeper tension. Western governments often frame global issues in stark moral terms, yet expect India to quietly fall in line. New Delhi, however, has long made one thing clear: its foreign policy will not be dictated by outside players, especially those whose own histories raise difficult questions about selective outreach. As Putin visits New Delhi, the message from Indian officials is unmistakable. Debate is welcome, but preaching is not. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.